Welcome to Sports Central. I'm Mark Jackson. The gentleman to my right, and I say that loosely, is Mr. Neal Duncan, my co-host. Neal, great to see you again. And
absolutely.
I haven't been on the show for a few days.
Yeah, ratings went up, but we're glad to have you back.
They will go up.
Oh, that's what I meant to say.
They have been down.
This first segment brought to us by the Hyatt Place at the Lakeland Center, great partners of tourism and sports marketing, and making this segment possible.
Well, you're used to handling hoses and being around fires and all of that type of stuff pretty much your whole life. Wow. So this segment's going to be right up your alley, buddy. Talk about some action. Wow. If you've never seen a Firefighter Combat Challenge, shame on you, because this is some great stuff. The World Championships are out in Las Vegas, I believe. And there's a lot of other competitions, however, that lead up to it. Well, we have two very special people that have joined us today, Scott and Jennifer Huff, and you're also with Polk County EMS and involved in professionally, I should say, as your vocation, not your avocation. So tell us a little bit about the Firefighter Combat Challenge. What's going on?
Our team started in 2004. Mm-hmm. We've been competing since then. It's just 5 events that show off our skills as firefighters that we would do on a fire scene any day on duty.
Okay. So it's something that you guys have to do on a daily basis pretty much, but they put it into a competitive format to see who's stronger, fastest, quicker, whatever it may be.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, this is different than the firefighter games we had in Polk County a few years ago, where those are sports like softball and baseball. But again, you're talking about these are competitions of things you would do on the job. Tell us a little bit about that. And these are not easy. This is not easy competition.
No, it looks easier than what it is. I mean, we're fully bunked out, air pack, the whole 9 yards, and it's high intensity. They call it the toughest 2 minutes in sports.
Wow.
So it's definitely tough.
Well, based on my notes, and very, very good notes, by the way, you actually have 5 events that you compete in. Now, is it generic, so it's men and women? Is it men versus men? Is it co-ed? I mean, how does this all work?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. There's 5 different. There's different elements of the competition itself. As far as competitors, mm-hmm. There's individuals to where you do the whole course as an individual by yourself, mm-hmm. Or you do it as a tandem with 2 people, and it could be 2 men. It could be a co-ed, female and men, which we have competed before. Mm-hmm. It could be 2 females. You split up the course at the halfway point. Mm-hmm. And then also there's the relay, which is you can have 3 to 5 team members, and you split up the course depending on who's stronger at what event.
Well, let's talk about, Scott, tell us about the stair climb.
Stair climb.
Yeah, because it's got, to me, reading this, it's got to be the roughest one.
It's definitely the toughest one. It's 5 floors, fully bunked out, everything, and you're having to put a 45-pound hose pack on your shoulder, carry that up also. So it's really,
well,
really
how much
intense.
does the gear weigh? If you're got all your gear on and then you're throwing 42 pounds on top of that?
It's roughly 40 to 60 pounds, just depending on what gear you have. We actually ordered racing gear for her, which is a little bit less fabric and stuff, so it makes it a little bit lighter and it makes it a little more flexible and stuff, but it's still NFPA approved. Everything has to be approved to go in a house fire on any given day. So,
Jeez. You take that stuff off, it'd be like you taking off all those pounds a few months ago, buddy. How does that feel?
I don't even know what you're talking about. But
your time's improved?
But no. But I don't even know where to go with that. But is it similar to what you would be doing in an academy or training to actually get employed in this industry? But it's competition, right?
Yes, sir. It is. It's an event. All the events that you're doing in the Combat Challenge are things you would do on a fireground. You may have to carry up a high-rise pack to fight fire on the 5th floor of a high-rise. So you're basically doing the same thing. You have everything on. You're carrying that hose up to the top. The only difference is this is basically based off of time and speed, and they kind of put it in a sport. So everything's based off of getting people in and out of a house. The dummy drags where you got to pick somebody up and lift them out, so you're dragging them out. There's a hose pool where you squirt water. I mean, everything's based off of real life stuff.
Well, what kind of times are you looking at here in competition versus what it would take to get certified or be approved to be a firefighter? What are the different? Because this has got to be the best of the best, right?
Right. This is basically career firefighter, somebody that's been in it, been involved, and kind of already got their feet wet and know the whole fire service. And as far as times goes, our team, at least the male team, we're looking to get under 1:20. Female-wise, they're looking to get under about 2 minutes. So as an individual, it's really tough, but you got to get under 150 even qualify to go to Worlds. So
Really?
yeah.
Now, the Worlds are in Las Vegas, and they take place in October. Okay. October in Las Vegas can still be 100 degrees, but of course it's a dry heat, and it makes a little bit difference here in Polk County, you know, where it's 95% humidity and 95 degrees, at least in the summertime. How do you train for Las Vegas differently than you would train, say, for a regional or a statewide event?
There's no different training. You just
go.
You just train, and when we train 100% with our gear on, with our air packs on, and we do it multiple times each day that we train. So it's just a matter of getting your body used to. I think the worst is Florida. We've been to Worlds in Vegas before, and yeah, it is that dry heat, but the humidity down here and the heat is like really, it takes a bigger toll.
Is this a department-wide deal? No, David Cash is technically your boss.
Chief Cash, yeah.
Chief Cash, okay. David, I gotta straighten that out. Okay. Anyway, Mr. Chief Cash, very supportive of this, and of course he's putting Polk County's finest out there, you know, to do the job. Is there a competition to get on your team, or is it something you all have put together? Are there other teams in Polk County? What's happening here locally?
Well, many years ago, Winter Haven Fire Department had a team that we went and actually watched, and it's kind of what got us started.
Oh, okay.
We were sitting on the sideline watching this team compete, and we're like, oh, this is awesome.
We can do this.
So we could do this. So we got started as Polk County, and we used to have tryouts on a regular basis. We still do some tryouts. For the most part, it's a big commitment to do what we're doing because we're having to travel, and it does require money. It does require a lot of your time. You're working 24 hours, and then you're 48 off, you're going and practicing. So it does require a lot of commitment. So we just look for people that are really committed and really wanting to better themselves.
You go to the Nationals in Las Vegas. How big of an event is it? How many teams are competing? How many participants are there?
It varies, but it's truly a world event because they have a team from Canada, Germany. It's just, I don't know.
They're from
there's
all
a
over.
lot. Yeah,
absolutely. There's probably anywhere from 100 to 200 teams there.
Really?
Because you got your relay
How many are on a
teams,
team?
tandems, and
There's usually 3 to 5 members per team. So
Okay.
most teams have 5 because you want to get the most you can get out of it. So
Wow, that's a lot of athletes.
it is, and that's just relay teams. So you still have tandems and you still have individuals. So
Now, it
it's
says here,
incredible.
Polk's women's team is the only team in the state to qualify. Is that
for women's,
Right.
our team has. Well, they've qualified too, but we went to DeVary's in April, both the women's and the men's team, and we both qualified time-wise, and so we're the only women's team regionally that's going
Fantastic.
so far.
That's
So.
great?
That's pretty cool to have,
Yeah.
you know, knowing if you've got a fire or something like that, you've got this type of talent coming to rescue you.
Absolutely.
Sure beats jumping out of a second-story window, doesn't
Well,
it?
I think that goes without saying.
Yeah, I guess
But
so.
how can people get more information about this kind of competition, or if they want to see something that's going on locally? I know we talked before we came on air about we'd love to get this event here in Polk County and host it here in Polk County, and we're going to look into that next week. But where can people go? What website can people go to find out more information?
For us, about our team, I know the Ridge Fire Academy had started a website as part of their, because the Ridge Fire Academy has been very generous over the years, and they allow us to come out and practice anytime we want to, and use their equipment.
Is that
So-
Ridge Votech? Oh, that's right, because they...
The Fire Academy,
yep.
right there.
Yeah, we have a link on there, and as well as you can get onto www.firefighterchallenge.com.
Okay.
And they have all the information that you're.
Where do you compete in Vegas? Real quick question.
Oh, in Vegas?
Yeah.
At the Stratosphere, right in front of the Stratosphere this year.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
you're kind of at the north end of town then.
Yes.
Yeah, that's, but you want to stay at the south end. That's, that's where all the good places are.
Another good avenue to see our competitions or any of our runs or something, you
Right.
can type in on YouTube and just type in Firefighter Combat Challenge, and you'll find all kinds of races that people post on there. So that's another way of seeing races up close and
Well,
personal.
good luck to both teams.
Oh,
We
it's awesome.
certainly appreciate your time, and we'll be interested to hear how you guys do, but also interested in trying to get some of these events to Polk County.
That'd be
Absolutely.
awesome.
Well, that's we need to talk to Chief Cash too, and make sure we get try to get these guys a little bit of support. It's nothing like sending out Polk County's finest to compete with the world's best. We're proud of you guys. That's
Appreciate
awesome.
it. Thank you.
Great operation. I have to say that in dealing with not only dealing with the chief, but the other members of the division, these guys are just, and ladies, are superb. They're great to deal with in a lot of different areas of along life's journey. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we talked about it, but we want to show you something too. We have some footage from the Firefighter Combat Challenge coming up next. Mark and Neal, we'll be back right after this. Stick around.
Yes, indeed. Come on, people! This is to see who gets third place. Come on, let's get into it, everybody. Team Lang on blue, Daytona on red. All right, Dr. Paul, the championship for the ladies is up